I am so sorry. I have not been present on YouTube, just for shorts content, and it's pretty lazy of me, so I'm back. I'm better than ever, and I'm ready to film. Happy second birthday, Leo. The things we do for you, honestly.
And you still bite, Mum.
You still bit me. Leo, did you have a good birthday?
Yeah.
You did?
Yes.
What was your favourite toy?
Oh, jeez.
From today? The balloon. And tomorrow, we'll clean up all the mess. I accidentally deleted the clip of me showing you this, so here I am. I finally made a hexagon cardigan jumper. It was meant to be a cardigan until at the last minute I thought, no, I'm going to make it into a jumper. So this is it. And I'm super happy with it. I do want to close this like that. So we're just going to probably do a single crochet or sew it there. Next time I will not sew the top of the shoulders together like I would be when I'm making a cardigan. I will probably leave it there so I have a collar. At the moment I don't really have a collar, which doesn't really bother me, but I do think it looks nicer. So for my next one, those are the two improvements I'm going to make. I added the ribbing to the sleeves and to the bottom of it, and it's like it's not a cropped fit like I normally do. It's more of a in between a cropped fit and like a long fit, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm so happy with it. And now I'm going to get back to editing. I got this basket. Well, I didn't get it. It was from my son's room. But I'm filling it with all my whips. And this is the hexagon cardigan that I have dived straight back into. It's like an 8-ply and it's going to be a little bit more drapey. I wanted like a thicker jumper for winter, but then this one's going to be more for like autumn spring vibes. Now onto what I've been making lately. So obviously I've made this. I also, from my market, I've narrowed down kind of my niche and what I want to do moving forward, and I've decided that it's more home decor. So hanging plants, flower garlands, flower frames. I found a few like really cute patterns of glasses holders. I'll put some pictures in as well. I really like having that niche and that direction, and just focusing my time and materials as well. This is my wearables, so that's the Lion Brand Colour Theory. I've got these shelves here are all for my flowers. This is wearables, so I think it's the Fiddlestick Superb is this one, and then I've got the it's Paint Box DK is this one, and I've also ordered a few more. I use the DK acrylic for the leaves on my plants. I find that it's I just like the way that it drapes. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it, so I used that. And then these I used to make wearables. These are my thicker yarns. I think it's a Spotlight Super Saver or Spot Saver, and that's what I use to make my Kindle covers. I've got a bit more there, but I've just kind of made everything usable for the purposes that I want to use it for, instead of having a bunch of different yarns and not really knowing what I'm doing with them. And then in here I've got the keepsake cotton, which is what I do hanging plants. So I use these. I experimented with some cotton. I'm not sure if I want to make the leaves with the cotton. I think they look pretty cute actually, but when I made them the first time I didn't like them, but now I'm kind of thinking maybe I will. Anyway, so what I've been working on lately, I've been making a ton of these hanging plants. So I just love them so much. I got a Monstera leaf pattern. I'll tag below who I got it from. Can't remember off the top of my head. And I've perfected what materials I want to use. So for the hanging basket part, I use cotton that I've just shown you, the keepsake cotton. And then I use that for the dirt as well with a 3.5mm hook. And then I use the Paint Box acrylic for the leaves. And I just think they look so good. So I'm really happy with them. I was originally making them with the acrylic from Spotlight, just like their in-house brand. And I think they look good, but I don't know, I prefer the cotton. I don't know what it is about them. but I think the cotton makes them look a bit more realistic. Funny story, I actually got banned on TikTok because TikTok picked it up as a marijuana plant. I'm kind of flattered because AI in TikTok picked it up as being a real plant. So anyway, it banned me for promoting drug use. So I disputed it obviously and got unbanned, but I just thought that was really funny that, well, one, that I got banned on TikTok as a crocheter, and two, it picked it up as being a realistic plant. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I've been making those hanging plants. I've been selling them on Facebook Marketplace, Etsy, and I'm going to take some of them into the shop later today because I've got an order for some custom flowers that I need to make and drop off. I've still got my Kindle covers left over from the market. I've got, this is a Kobo Libra cover. This one's also, this is the new Kindle sleeve. So this is the 2024 Kindle. Got one of them, and then this is just the paper white. Got one left of those. These were really popular, they sold out really quickly. And then my favorite creation of all, of course, is my flower packs. I've refined them a bit since I last showed them to you. They now include a piece of twine, and that's for making, I have photos, you might be able to see, there's a bit of a glare, but a lot of people have been really loving the garlands that I make out of them. I like it how I went garland. I think they're really cute as a garland, and you can also use them as a photo frame. So I've got the glue still in there as well. The glue, the twine, inspiration pics, a little kind of instruction card, and then the flowers. So I'm looking forward to making plenty more of these. I've got 3 at the moment. They're on my Etsy shop, and I'm thinking of doing another market quite soon to sell my plants and kind of like rebrand in a way. So I might put them aside. I'm putting all my inventory in this box and trying not to sell it. It's really hard. I make something, I put it on Etsy, and I'm like, if it sells, it sells. If not, I'll use it for market inventory, and then it sells. Now for the market recap. I had 3 flower kits and sold 1 for $18. I also had an inquiry on the flower kits about whether I do other colours, so potential business there. I sold 2 baby chickens for $10. I sold 5 normal chickens or adult chickens for $15 each. I sold 5 octo key rings for $10. I also gave one away for free. Well, not really, I traded it, I guess, with another vendor, and I got some stitch markers from her. I sold 2 Kindle sleeves for $20 each. I sold 1 cat for $35, and I sold 2 duck key rings for $10 each. So in total I made $258. $30 went towards the stall fee and $30 went towards compulsory insurance for the day. So I made roughly around $200 for the day, which I think was pretty good considering it was my second market ever. Overall, I would say the market was a success. I didn't really take into consideration that I was selling crochet at a craft market where a lot of crafters were going. So the problem I had was a lot of the people that were at the market crocheted or knitted themselves and could make everything that I made. So, you know, I was talking to the vendor next to me who was lovely, and she was telling me that she thinks I would have a lot of success selling at school fates. And I have to agree with what I was making and what I had stocked. I had a lot of amigurumi plush, and I didn't really have as much inventory as I wanted, but that happens. I think the most valuable thing that I learned from doing the market wasn't actually from getting the sales, it was finding out the direction I wanted to go and being inspired by people showing an interest in certain things over other things. I had a lot of interest in the flower kits. I only had 3 of them, and I know I can do so many different color variations and options. So I decided that moving forward, I really wanted to focus on the flower kits. That's something that is uniquely mine. I made up the idea. I didn't make up the pattern. The pattern I have linked down below, but I did make up the way I wanted to market them and sell them. and how they can be used. So that's something that I'm really excited about. And also the hanging plants. There was another vendor there who I've seen at a few different markets, and she mainly does like worsted weight dolls, bunnies and plants, and I could see that they had a lot of interest. So because it's something that I've made before and I really enjoy making and I think it looks really cool and goes with the vibe of Leo and Stitch Crochet, I decided I wanted to go into that direction as well. The plants I make are different to what she makes. They're not, I don't, from memory, hers weren't hanging plants, and they're more, they've got flowers and mushrooms and stuff, whereas mine are more just the simple hanging plant. I was going to do a bit of a shop update today, but I think I will leave that because I want to get a few more months so I can, a few more months of being in the shop before I update about it, because each month is going to vary, and Mother's Day is coming up, so I'm thinking I'll probably sell a few more things there. But all in all, the shop is going well. I did make over the $60 monthly fee for having my stuff in the shop, and I made a profit of $25 on top of the $60 fee. So that was just the first month, and I'm really happy with that. I've got a lot of my older stock in the shop, and I'm hoping to cycle through that so I can start putting my new stock and the stock that aligns with future vision with the business in the shop, so it's more aligned with my brand. But I've obviously got to sell the stock that I already have before I do that, and then it will look more cohesive because everything will be the plants and the puff flower kits and that kind of thing. I'll leave it there for today. I'm going to tidy up after our son's birthday, and I'm going to go for a run, and then it should be time to pick him up. So thanks so much for watching. I know it's been a while, but I'm going to try and be more consistent, I promise, and I'll see you in the next one.